afternoon. How are you feeling today? How are you feeling today? Thank you very much. My name is Pauling. I'm actually born and raised in Guangdong, even though I like to think that I come from a very glamorous place called Hong Kong. I stayed about 10 years in Hong Kong. So this is actually my family photo. There are 5 of us in the family. I'm actually the eldest. So my father is actually a traditional businessman, and my mom is actually a homemaker. So since young, we have a relatively strict upbringing in the family. But I'm very grateful to my parents because they have provided the best for all of us. And also something I'm very, very grateful to our parents, right? My parents have never stopped us from, always encouraged us to pursue whatever that we want in life. So at the age of like 20 years old, my parents sent me to Australia to study. And I'm not sure whether you can actually tell that I did spend 6 years studying engineering. So I hope there is no any engineers here. Whoops. Yeah, I studied 4 years in my bachelor degree, and I graduated with a first-class honors. And I was given a scholarship to further my study to complete with my master in Melbourne UJ as well. So, but the thing is, right, upon graduation, I will actually ask myself, do I really want to continue in the engineering field, despite spending 6 years there? All my life, right, I'm actually looking for something very different. I believe that every one of us, right, deserve a very extraordinary life. So for me, I don't see myself continuing with engineering. Sorry to all the engineers here. I think that life is going to be very, very boring because that's not what I want in life. And I changed my career to get into finance. So a lot of people ask me, right, from engineering into finance, right, how do I survive? Actually, just learn. It's nothing so difficult, right? As long as you're willing to do it, there's ways to do it. So I moved to Hong Kong and started my finance career. And I really, really love Hong Kong. I spent about 10 years there. I have been in the same job for the last 10 years that I was in Hong Kong. I was what people call an equity research analyst. So I analyzed the stock market. So if you look at the newspaper in the morning, you see who and who from which investment bank or security house ask you to invest in whatever stocks. So that was my job, and I really, really love my job because, as I mentioned, right, I want an extraordinary life. So I would live and work in Hong Kong. I actually work in Central. The building that I was in, right, I was just joking, right, it's called Armani Building, it's Trader House. It's called, I call it Armani Building because all the shops there are Armani. Armani Fiore, Giorgio Armani, Amore Casa, Armani Restaurant, basically. So that's where I was working, so I hang out in 9.4, I do all the fun thing, partying a lot, right? But that say, right, I'm actually quite happy with, I can show you some photos about my life in Hong Kong. So this is me. I'm not sure you can guess which one is me. The one with the blonde hair. Yeah, this is what we do every Halloween. And then we travel all the time on holiday. Every long weekend, I will be out of Hong Kong. And then we actually have this jump trip, right? Jump trip is what we call Yao Xin Ho. And we had that every summer. Like we'll do it 2 or 3 times, and we actually compete who managed to get on the most jump trip to show you how popular you are. Yeah. So dressing up to go to a ball is also very, very common for me in Hong Kong. And also tennis is actually one of my favorite pastime. But I'm not sure whether you can see from the photo, we're actually drinking champagne on the tennis court. There's something a bit different, right? Extraordinary, right? And also skiing, I will go on the ski trip, right, at least once a year with my friends. And then finally is, I like this photo a lot because that summarizes, right, what I have for my birthday every year. So I will throw very, very big birthday party. And don't worry, we didn't finish all the alcohol at the back. Yeah, just for show only. So basically, that was my life in Hong Kong, right? I work very, very hard, but how hard I work, right, is that I work minimum of 12 hours a day. So that's excluding traffic jam. Seriously, I think you guys work very hard here, 10 to 12 hours, right? But a lot of time is actually spent on traffic, but I'm not. I spend minimum 12 hours, so I start around 7:30, I finish around 8 plus, and if I'm not so lucky, I will still have to do conference call at night, maybe until like 11. And I can share with you like the worst experience I've had so far is a 6 AM conference call with US client on a Saturday morning. So, but why I didn't mind doing all this thing, right? Because for me, I'm only working 2 times as hard as compared to most people. I'm getting 5 times or 10 times better pay, right, compared to a lot of people. So for me, hard work is a given in life. But I'm getting what I want, which I also thought that what I want. But basically the extraordinary life. But what made me decided to change, right, is that I'm getting old. I'm actually 39 this year. So for me, right, yeah, thank you, yeah. It's all relative, it's all relative. Yeah, so for me at that time, I'm 36 years old when I'm into my banking career for almost 10 years. I really asked myself this question, which I suggest that you should ask yourself. How do you feel if you have to continue doing the job that you are doing right now for another 10 years? So to me, right, I really wake up at night. It's like, I cannot continue doing this job for another 10 more years. Despite how much I love my job, working at least 12 hours a day, right, it's actually not possible for someone who are into the 40s. Because I could do it when I'm in my late 20s, early 30s, right? But I don't think I can do it in my late 40s, which is something that I really don't want to do. And then I asked myself, okay, let's look at 5 years. Can I continue doing this job for 5 years, right? My answer is yes, I can. But the problem is, right, after 5 years, I still have to find a solution. Because, like the gentleman has nicely pointed out, I'm still young. I still have a life, so I need to figure out what I'm going to do next, right? So when I was still wondering what to do, right, I am very grateful to my sister, who is also my direct sponsor. She started asking me this question. If I continue doing what I will do, right, do I have financial freedom and be able to spend more time with my family member? The obvious answer is no. So then I start to open my heart a bit more. And how I got to do new skin, right, or no new skin, right, is actually crazy when I share with you. I know nothing about new skin, even though my sister has been in business for about 1 year, because I'm someone who just have this selective hearing. So whenever she tried to talk to me, the shut off completely. Yeah, I think some of you experienced that, right? Yeah. So she's very smart in the sense that, right, she asked me to go to a convention in Singapore, a Southeast Asian convention in 2012. So that time, right, to me, yeah, whatever. All I hear is just that, again, selective hearing. All I hear is that free stay in Hard Rock Hotel for like 3 days, 2 nights. It's like not a bad deal, right? So I decided to go. It's just simple. So I went, and then it's supposed to be a 3 days, 2 night convention. To me, it's like just a 1 day, 1 night. Because I spent half the time doing my own stuff, right? Chilling by the pool, I don't know, going to work out at the gym and things like that. But one thing that really hit me hard at the convention is that I remember there are 5,000 people there. Just thinking, are there 5,000 crazy people there? Or just me being very stubborn and refuse to look at something? So because of that reason, right, I start to open up and I start to, also I'm not asking my sister, I'm asking one of the sideline to explain the business to me. So we started explaining the business to me. We are not here to do retailing, we are actually here to build distribution network. So once I get that concept right, I actually start to think that this is a very amazing business. To be honest, I have nothing against direct sales to start with, but I just think that it's not a business for me. It's because it involves selling. Yeah, it involves selling. So, but when he explained it to me, right, I can understand this more. This is how I actually interpret the business, right? I think all of us here, right, the best thing that can happen to you in life, right, is that you got to show up at work and you get paid every month. Yes, am I right? This is the best thing, right, that ever happened to you, right, besides falling in love, becoming a dad and mom, right? So to me, I'm like, okay, this is going to be the best thing. So that's why we spend a lot of time, right, accumulating asset. Asset, right, can be in the form of real estate. Asset can be in the form of stocks, right, and also investment fund. The reason why is because we want the rental income, we want the investment income. But when I position it differently, right, I'm just thinking, right, we're in the 21st century, the most valuable asset is actually human capital, human asset. I'm saying it in front of my downline, so yeah. So it's human asset. Because human asset, I own some properties, right? I thought there's a way that's going to give me, buy me my retirement, but it's actually not the case. After a while, right, you worry about finding the tenants, right, the lantern collection, right, the toilet broke down, right. It really drives me crazy. But here, right, when you think of it, right, every of your executives is actually your asset. They are very well maintained because they maintain themselves. They need to go on do business. And the best part is they can multiply. 1 become 2, 2 become 4, right? So to me, it's actually the best solution. Despite them being rumah atap, right, give you a few hundred, right? Or they can be a pavilion, right, who give me like a few thousand of my passive income. So because of this mindset, right, I entered into the business. And also, a lot of people ask me this question. Because I'm an equity research analyst, right? Do I spend a lot of time understanding or analyzing the company? Just like most of you here, I'm sure like, well, new skin, what company is that? Oh, no. To me, I'm very, very honest. I spend very, very little time understanding about this, analyzing the company. Because I used to look at listed company. So to me, if it's a listed company, it can be trusted. At least someone has done the due diligence. I cannot be smarter than all the investors out there. So the company is listed, debt-free, everything, okay, fine. The two things that I really care about, right, is actually the commission structure. Because this is my business for a long time, right, I need to be sure of this. Commission structure, the 6 levels, 5% hasn't changed for the last 30 over years. To me, it's actually a very, very big deal. Because if let's say I built my distribution network, I've been drawing a 5% commission, and all of a sudden, right, I'm drawing a 1% commission. Seriously, you guys want something like this to happen to you, right? Just like you're collecting 2,000 rand, suddenly become 200. So this is not something that I want. And the next thing, right, I'm really looking into, right, is actually how many millionaires this company has actually produced. I think a lot of time, right, I heard a lot of people comparing comp plan. Mine is better, yours is better, But as long as no one makes money from that, it's only put on paper. I don't want to be a paper millionaire. I want to be a real millionaire. And that's why, right, when I see that New Skin actually has produced the most millionaire, right, that's basically the comp plan actually work. People actually can make money from this platform. And that's how I decided to join this company immediately. In fact, right, I made a decision after the 3-day 2 nights convention that I want to do this business. I know it sounds really crazy from someone who knows nothing, right? But a lot of time, right, you know, deep down in your heart, right, you just know, but you just give yourself a lot of reasons, right, why you shouldn't pursue certain things. So, like I mentioned, proven track record. So when I first started this business, this is actually what I did. I was still in Hong Kong, but I want to build the business in Malaysia and also Singapore. So I would actually flew back to Malaysia every Friday, and I flew back to Hong Kong every Monday morning. Monday morning, I was quite sick. I said, I text Mary, email my secretary, I'm actually a bit sick right now, so I'm going to come in after lunch. So this is basically how I started my business, and I managed to do that for a few months without fail. A lot of people, right, especially my friends in Hong Kong, are like, I feel crazy, Mami, we miss you at all the party. Where have you been, right? Because I really feel that I'm actually sacrificing a lot, right, to build this business. Because I have no weekends, seriously. I work 5 days, right, and then I work on weekends as well. But to me, right, it's actually all worth it. Because I'm here accumulating assets. I need to put in the right time, the right investment, right, in order to get the result that I want. So everyone starts from nobody. This is how I start also. That's just me, plus my sisters and my brother-in-law. And then a few years later, this is basically one of the group photos we have taken recently during the Dr. Joseph Chang sharing, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah, this business, right, I can tell you that if you feel that you have no friends, you feel that you have limited contact, right? I have the least amount of friends in in Malaysia. See, I still mention Hong Kong. Yeah, you can imagine, right? I spent 6 years studying abroad. I spent 10 years in Hong Kong. Come on, when I moved back to Malaysia, I only had 10 phone numbers, Malaysian phone number, and half of it is actually my dad's household number, my mom's office number, my mom had that handphone number. But everything is possible here, you know why? Because once you have decided to do this business, right, you find ways. Actually, in this business, right, I can reassure you, the fun part, right, is actually you create something out of nothing. You start from nothing, start from you find friends, you build the business. And that's why, right, instead of seeing it as a challenge, right, I would tell you that see this as a fun part, creating something out of nothing. And also, a lot of people ask me why New Skin, why now, right? I'm sure some of you are thinking, yeah, New Skin, I heard of it for more than 10 years already. You know, when I first joined, Yes, you are right, but that's New Skin. We are here talking about ageLOC. Yeah, so like just now, Leon and Midori has actually shared, right, about the product launching and things like that. To me, right, every 2 years launching a new product is actually very, very important. How many of you here are in business? Nobody? Okay. So if you are in business, right, every year, every day, every month, every year, same menu, same type of fashion, same type of services. Do you think your business will grow? No, right? Because people, consumer behavior changes. I like this business company a lot, right? Every 2 years we come out with a product. And what I call, right, is actually a killer product. We are not from supplement expanding into pots and pans, expanding into detergent. When we come out with something that's completely new, there's more demand. This is actually very, very important in the sense that because only with new product launch, I can recruit a new group of customers. And only from that, right, I can recruit a new group of builders. Don't you agree with me? Yeah. So that's why it's very important. And what I like the most, right, is actually about the predictability of the business. So every 2 years, I know how to position myself and leverage on all these things to grow. And then I think Leon has shared about the use man. Basically, this is to me, this is just the supplement for new skin. And for people who actually have the chance to listen to Dr. Joseph Chen in his recent talk, he actually basically shared that many times. This is the supplement that he will never forget today. Can you imagine coming from the chief scientific officer saying that this is the supplement he will never forget today? It tells you a lot about the supplement. Actually, after I will share you some testimony of myself. I actually have this feeling, right, after listening or spending a lot of time understanding this product, I feel that at the age of 80 years old, I can still look like this and still wear high heels. That's basically the thing that I enjoy the most. To me, if I want to do this business, I think for everyone it's the same, right? If you want to do anything, you want to do it big. You are not here to win small, you're here to win big, right? So when I heard New Skin, when the CEO Truman Hunt announced this New Skin 3.0 vision during the US convention, I was very, very excited. The company is gearing itself up, right, to generate sales revenue of about US 10 billion. And this is actually going to result in a $4 billion commission payout. I'm not sure whether you guys know that New Skin right now is only generating about 2 to 3 billion in terms of sales revenue right now. And this company is talking about growing to 10 billion To me, it's actually very important because if the company, the CEO or the shareholder of the company has no vision, has no ambition, right? I think I'm going to die with the company very fast. Do you agree, right? If you're going to partner with a company that has no ambition, right? You'll be like, okay. But this company has ambition, and why they didn't come up with growth target like this? Because they know their product pipeline and the technology is actually very, very solid. And then the same goes for Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia is actually more exciting. How many of you have friends in Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand? Yeah? All of us have, right? We are not here just to do well business in KL though. You know that ours is actually a truly international business. One day you'll be able to branch out of this kampong called KL and then to different places. So to me, right, when they announced that Southeast Asia is going to generate sales revenue of about 1 billion, right, from currently less than $300 million by 2017. I repeat, currently $300 million. 2017, we are talking about $1 billion. Come on, let's ask yourself, in Malaysia, right, especially given current economic situation, any company will tell you that we will even grow 10 to 50%. And this company is telling you that in 3 years' time, we are going to actually increase by twofold. So we are here at the EXPO right now. Actually, I'm very grateful for the company, right, for introducing EXPO. I don't know how you guys see about this EXPO, right? That's happening every 3 months. A lot of people think that EXPO, good lah, come here and buy promotion, lucky dollar, PFU, right? But can you imagine that the company is actually giving us very, very powerful tools, right, for us to recruit people, for us to bring people here, right, to witness how powerful is our ageLOC product and also how powerful is our ageLOC business. So you leverage this, right, to make it like a big marketing and recruitment drive. And also we have this holiday of going to Europe. How many of you here wants to go to Europe? How many here wants to cruise to Europe? Yes. I would expect more though. Maybe a lot of young people here will find cruise very boring because I've never been on a cruise myself. But seriously, I've never been on a cruise myself, right? But can you imagine, right? Have you heard of any company, right? They give you, not just talking about direct sales company, right? Insurance company that will throw you a European cruise for holiday. Not that many, right? And the requirement here is so easy. It's just that you decide to do the business, and then you get like 4 friends who are interested in doing the business, and you can start qualifying for that. Yeah. To me, right, I actually have not missed any New Skin holiday so far. I think I've been to Langkawi, Korea, Turkey, Japan. Bali as well. Yeah, with New Skin so far. To me, right, it's actually not just me traveling. For me, the fun part is that I started the business together with some of my downlines. It's me, my level 1 and my level 2 downlines traveling together. So to me, it says that everything is actually possible here. A lot of you right, think, oh, this is very far, very difficult, right? But it's not. As long as you put your heart to it, right, you'll be able to achieve it. And a lot of, just now we talked about the mission statement of helping other people. So I very often, right, get asked this question. Is doing new skin easy or difficult? I'm sure you have the same question also, right? Is doing new skin easy or difficult? The answer is nothing is easy in life. Do you agree with me? It's just that your attitude towards life that makes things easier or different. To me, doing new skin is very simple. You just go out and help people. If you think that, if you know the product is really, really good, anyone can benefit from that. The business opportunity is very, very real, and everyone can benefit from that. And also, I actually very, very impressed, right, with New Skin because of these two programs that we have in place right now. I'm not asking you to raise your hand, you know who you are. Please give yourself a big round of applause, right, for being the whiter meal donors as well as the 1% commission donor. Because all of us, right, wants to help somebody, and this is actually the platform, right, that you can help the most people. And I just want to share with you, right, this story about a girl, right, who actually managed to lose a lot of weight, right. I think it's about 40 kg through one set of weight management program. This is one of the earlier cases that I handled. I just want to share with you, when I look at her, at that time, I also have doubt whether she can slim down or not. Because it's actually pretty big. So actually, this girl, right, gave me a lot, made me really, really understand the meaning of this business. To us, right, when we sell a product, we feel like we are selling a product. We are just trying to fulfill our sales volume, trying to get the commission for that month. To me, right, when I sell this product and how she has benefited the product, it makes me feel like I've really transformed the life of a person. Can you imagine, right, a 26 years old like her, right, going through life, right, for the next 40, 50 years, right, carrying almost 100 kg body? Is that possible? Cannot, right? You see, she gave me her confidence and things like that. And these are all the photos that she actually has sent me. And also, I just want to show you that some of the transformation that I have, I'm very, very grateful for New Skin product. I think I look a bit younger compared to a few years ago. And the person, the other lady there is actually my mom, from 56 years old to 59 years old. I always had this suspicion, right? My mom is getting younger every day. And actually, no, seriously, I had this suspicion, right? And actually, I was just freaking out, right? I'm like, I think my mom is getting younger. It's a bit scary, you know? Yeah, seriously. So I finally decided to do the photo. And I'm like, wow, she's really, really looking younger. So that's telling me that because I know my body the best, right? I definitely can tell that I have actually transformed from all the products. And also, I think more importantly, is that being a happier person, right, I think I do look a little bit younger. And my mom, right, also becoming a happier mom because I'm here to spend time with her. She doesn't have to worry about my crazy work life again. So that's why she's actually looking younger as well. And I did ask my mom permission to put this photo today. Yeah. To me, New Skin is actually a gift. It's a gift that actually makes things, all your dreams can actually come true. To me, the things that I treasure the most, right, is actually freedom in this business. The freedom is that if today I wake up in the morning, I decided I don't want to do anything, I have the choice not to do that. I don't have to drag myself to go to work and things like that. So these are two photos that taken during the Turkey trip, one of the first overseas trip with New Skin. I've been to Turkey before, so for me the sightseeing doesn't appeal much to me, but I really, really love these two photos, right? Because I really feel like I enjoy myself. I really have the complete freedom, right? While everyone is crazy to take photos and things like that, I just have my coffee. It's true, yeah. That's how I felt. And actually, more importantly, right, I feel that I really have time for my mom this day. I actually love my mom a lot, but unfortunately, because I was working in Hong Kong, I was unable to spend time with her. So, because most of us, right, the daughters are actually involved in New Skin, so during the Mid-Autumn Festival or Mooncake Festival, we are actually able to go to spend time with my mom. None of us live in Guangdong, but my parents are still in Guangdong. So, because in the past, right, I can tell you that I only go home for Chinese New Year, only once a year. I'll go back to Guangdong. I will make my mom to come down to Hong Kong to go for me. Because that time, to me, time is money. Going back to Guangdong, right, it takes me 1 day. seriously, because of the transiting time. So that's why I don't want to spend 2 days traveling. That's why I only go back for Chinese New Year. But now, right, because I'm doing music and I'm back home, right, I can actually spend more quality time with my mom. And also, another thing that I really gain a lot, right, is actually through friendship here. As I mentioned earlier, when I first moved back to Malaysia, I have no friends. Seriously, I have no friends, right? Besides all these childhood friends or secondary school friends I've seen for years, right? So I'm basically very grateful to a lot of people here, especially my downlines, right? Yeah, it's because you can see that my downlines, most of them are actually of different ethnicity group compared to me. So I'm very grateful that they actually treat me as part of their family members, and also I'm also a little bit younger than them. In fact, I'm younger than most of them as well. So I'm also very grateful, right, that they treat me as a valuable business partner. And to my upline and also sideline, right, I'm also very grateful, especially my uplines. I'm actually not the easiest person to deal with life. You probably can tell. So, to me, life is very simple. If you are unhappy about life, do something about it. You have to step out of your comfort zone sometimes. You'll be amazed, once you take a step out of your comfort zone, right, only then you realize how amazing you are and how capable you are as an individual. So, I'm who am I because of the choices that I made yesterday. You are where you are, or more importantly, who you are right now, is because of the decision that you made 3 or 5 years ago. Fast forward 3 to 5 years from now, who you want to become. Would you be grateful for the decision that you made today, or would you hate yourself for the decision that you refuse to make today? I think this is a question that you have to ask yourself. And I think, of course, I'm talking on behalf of MuseSkin right now. The right thing for me to do is to ask you, please join MuseSkin. We are the best. We are obviously the best. But I think more importantly, right, you have to think, what do you really want in life? Seriously, ask yourself this question. Be honest to yourself once. What do you really want in life? Why are you still procrastinating? Do you want a better life? If you really want a better life, just act. Because only by acting, right, by stepping out of your comfort zone, you'll get a different result. And I really hope that all of you, right, can have an extraordinary life together. And I really hope that I can see all of you at our European cruise. Thank you very much.